The Apple Watch Series 9 and the Ultra 2 were just announced, and there's a lot of great reviews, but I'm curious about this. How do they pair up when you put them against each other? First off, let's talk about the actual physical design of each device. Now here's the good news, they both have incredible build quality. If you're looking at the Series 9 or the Ultra 2, you're not gonna be disappointed by the build quality. But if you're looking at the ruggedness, the Ultra 2 is going to be a little bit more rugged. It's got 100 meters of depth if you're gonna be diving, whereas the Apple Watch Series 9 only has 50 meters. Now for most of us, that's not really gonna matter because I'm not going down 100 meters underwater because I'm not crazy. However, it is nice to know that if this thing gets wet, for both of these watches, they're gonna be just fine. As far as the colors go, the Series 9 has 5 different colors, and so it's got a lot more variety, but the Ultra 2 comes in a natural titanium color, and it looks great. Now on both of these devices, the screen looks wonderful. If you get the Apple Watch Series 9, it's gonna be 2,000 nits of brightness. If you get the Ultra 2, it's gonna be 3,000 nits of brightness, which really is not a big deal because I have a Series 8 on right now, and I've never noticed it being too dim. Now these watches are very similar, but one of the biggest difference is gonna be in the size of the screen that you get. If you get the Series 9, it's gonna be 41 millimeters or 45 millimeters, whereas if you get the Ultra, it's gonna be 49 millimeters. When you hold an Ultra on your wrist, it really feels like you have a small phone on your wrist. The only other physical difference is there's an action button on the Ultra 2, which is great if you're a hiker or if you like to work out a lot. That's kind of who that's for. Next up, let's talk about what is inside the Apple Watch. Now this is a technological marvel when you're looking at it. It has a ton of battery life for you to go all day without needing to charge it, but there is a difference. So first off with battery life, if you're gonna get the Series 9, that's got 18 hours of battery life, which for me is more than enough, but it is really nice with the Ultra 2 to have the 36 hours of battery. That means you can go out for a trip and not charge it the entire time you're gone. And so if multi-day battery life is your biggest need, then you're gonna wanna go with the Ultra 2. The good news is with these two devices, if your biggest concern is power, they are both powerful. Apple put in their new S9 chip, which has 5.6 billion transistors, a dual-core CPU, and a 4-core neural engine. And so whether you go with the Series 9 or you go with the Ultra 2, you're gonna have the most powerful watch that's available today. Finally, let's get into the price of these devices. Now these are expensive technology, and the problem with an Apple Watch is it's not gonna last you a really, really long time. It will last you a couple years, which is awesome, but if you need extreme longevity for your money, you might wanna go with an analog watch. But if you're like me and you kinda love the technology that's in these devices, if you're going with the Series 9, it's gonna be $399, and if you're going with the Ultra 2, it's $799. Now that's a lot of money, and so the way I look at it is you're spending about $75 a year to use that device. For me, that's worth it. Now in all of these devices, there's an outlier that nobody is talking about, and that is the Apple Watch SE. The SE version of the Apple Watch is only $249, and on the refurbished store, you can find it for $200. That has the S8 chip in it, which is still an extremely powerful chip. I honestly would be happy with an SE. I wouldn't need anything else, and so if you're really looking at your budget, go ahead with that one. So who should buy these Apple Watches? Well, here's one recommendation I have that Apple may not like. If you go with last year's model, you're gonna find it for cheaper. And so the Apple Watch Ultra 1 is still a really great watch, or the Series 8, this is a Series 8, still a great watch. But if you need to upgrade, maybe your battery life isn't doing so good, the Apple Watch Ultra 2, it is definitely for the more active person, the person who needs that more rugged and robust shell. Then for the Series 9, I would save that for people who have health needs or tech enthusiasts. Like if you really need to have that health information, that's gonna be for you, but if you don't, I would honestly go with the SE. So let me know in the comments below, which Apple Watch are you the most excited about? Tell me why, because I'd love to know. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and YouTube's gonna recommend this video right here. I think you're gonna like it. I'll see you all in the next one.